We've been on the air.
Hello! Welcome to Converse and Ninjaverse episode 94. We were off for a week, so I forgot where we left off.
We went on vacation.
Yeah, Mike and I were on vacation.
You were on vacation.
We had to go see our grandma.
And we had a good time.
Well, I'm Will.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mike.
And we have a guest.
Special guest star this week. The mole came to sit with us.
For the second time.
For the second time, yes.
You might remember Mole from Christmas episode this year.
Yes.
And I,
Santa versus the devil.
that was fantastic.
We got to come up with something for this year.
I'm thinking we should do Ninja Turtles Christmas in honor of Michael Bay.
No. Absolutely not.
No?
No.
That's a shame.
I want to know what it's going to say under me and Mike's name.
It says right there.
There's Mike and Mole.
Mike and that's a new AM radio show right there.
Mike and the Mole there.
Mike and the Mole.
Mike and the Mole in the morning.
Because for all of you South Jersey listeners, there was a radio show on WAYV that my wife always listened to. Mike and Diane. Mike apparently just
AYV, geez.
yeah. Mike apparently just straight up quit.
Isn't that like a soft rock station?
Yeah, which is why I don't listen to it. It's such bullshit.
Speaking of soft rock, this is highly off topic, but this just goes to show how old we all are now. Because I was flipping through the radio the other day, and Crazy Train came on, and I'm like, ooh, I was past the station, and Crazy Train was on, so I left that station on, and it was the local adult contemporary station.
Ah.
Fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
No.
Shit.
Like, well, turns into retirement home.
God damn it.
Damn.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna get my AARP card and.
I can't wait. I'm gonna get a cane. It's gonna be awesome. All right.
You're an asshole.
I'm gonna yell at kids to get off my lawn.
Yeah, do that anyway.
Shoot them with a BB gun.
Do that anyway.
All right.
All right.
So, what was the box office this week? Because I don't even know what came out in movies.
Box office this week. Number one.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No. Nope. For like the first time in like 2 months, it wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy.
I love how they took 2 weeks off to let Ninja Turtles have the #1 spot. And
They did, and then they were just like, "Fuck you." Number one was No Good Deed, which is the new Idris Elba movie.
I was actually gonna say the new Tyler Perry movie, so I was close.
No, it's kind of horror suspense, I guess.
Yeah, very thriller it looks.
Yeah,
It's
something like
got
I
that.
haven't even seen any commercials for it.
kind of twist.
I've seen a couple commercials for it here and there. So
It looks like Idris Elba's good in anything.
yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
So, he could sit there and read his laundry list, and it'd probably be an interesting movie.
Yeah, that took in $24.5 million for the weekend. That just came out this weekend, and then coming in at number two was the other movie that came out this weekend was Dolphin Tale 2, about
Which-
the dolphin that's missing a
My
tail.
wife went to go see.
Yeah, it's a handicapped dolphin. Fantastic.
She went to go see that with her friends who had gone down to Tampa to go visit the handicapped dolphin.
Oh,
That's about how handicapped dolphin helps handicapped people.
okay.
And the new baby dolphin comes in and is friends with handicapped dolphin because handicapped dolphin's best friend died. And new baby
Wait,
dolphin.
is this the movie or is this real life? I'm confused right now.
It's a movie based on real life.
It's a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a real dolphin,
Okay.
but that took in about $16.5 million for the weekend.
It's like Toothless of the dolphin world.
Yes. Coming in at number three was Guardians.
Yay!
Took
Still
in
in the top 3.
Yes, took in a lowly $8 million.
Now, with the mole being here, I was going to bring this up because I had a conversation with the mole's father, the mole, Mr. Mole,
Father Mole.
Senior Mole,
Papa Moley.
and he's been a big fan of all the superhero movies, the Marvel movies. He would not go see Guardians of the Galaxy. He looked stupid because it's a raccoon in a tree. And
Yes.
that makes
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Let's tell him yes. Go see it.
That's what I thought. I'm like, you're correct because everything on paper and looking at the commercials, it looks dumb.
The movie shouldn't have worked.
It absolutely shouldn't have worked. But
It's a bumblebee. Like how a bumblebee scientifically should not be able to fly. but it was Guardians of the Galaxy is that movie.
It's the Bumblebee of the Marvel universe.
It really is, and it's taken on all the movie money of the year. As I said, $8 million this weekend, $305 million total domestically, and I don't remember what the international take was, but I know it just opened in Japan this weekend.
$82 billion.
Yeah, it just.
And we're getting into now the beginning of Oscar season movies. That's where you're getting like sappy things like Dolphin Tale 2 and something like the Idris Elba movie. Yeah, and the new
the other one that came out this week that actually came in sixth was The Drop, which is Gandolfini's last movie.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I don't even know any of these movies.
Yeah. I keep hearing commercials for the Drop on the radio actually. So
I guess I stopped paying attention after Guardians came out.
Yeah.
I kind of already feel from the way they're talking about it, they're going to try and position Gandolfini for the posthumous nomination for that, best supporting actor.
Yeah.
Not to sound heartless, but as an actor, if an actor dies and they have like a final movie coming out, you're going to have a shit of a time winning that Oscar from the dead guy.
Yeah, you kind of are. But, And
also, if Guardians does not win a special effects Oscar.
It won't. It won't. It's a comic book movie. It won't.
Yeah, they'll give it to... I'm trying to think what kind of fruity movie came out and had special effects in it. They'll give
it to the Maze Runner, which comes out next week.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or the Tom Cruise movie, the up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Just came out on Blu-ray.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quick turnovers.
Very quick.
You can thank Blair Witch for that.
Yeah, I guess. Or just the fact that nobody went and saw that damn movie.
It was supposed to be really good.
I don't want to see it.
It's based on an anime called All You Need Is Kill.
That would have been a better title.
It would have been.
I still think they should have called it a up, down, down, left, right, start.
The Konami Code, starring Tom Cruise. Oh my God, you could have done the poster like the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that would have been great.
The Konami. Oh my God, I'm gonna make that movie poster. I just installed Photoshop.
Yeah. Coming in at number 4 is everybody's favorite movie of the summer.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and 4.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles took in $4.8 million for the weekend, $181 million total domestically.
Enough to get a sequel greenlit.
I kind of feel like it's been stalled at like $180 million for about 5 weeks now, but I think that's just me because Guardians just took all the money.
It did.
At number 5 is Let's Be Cops. That took in $4.5 million and $72.9 million.
It's not bad for a comedy. That'll get a Let's Be Cops Again sequel.
Yeah, especially for a comedy with guys that
from New Girl.
Yeah, guys that weren't really.
I mean, they made another Wayne's and some guy I'd never heard of.
I'd seen these. I'd seen the one guy as like a side character and things.
Well, they're both in New Girl. They're two of the stars in New Girl.
Oh.
So I honestly thought this was a New Girl movie.
What is New Girl? A TV show?
Yeah, it's the show is Zoe Deschanel. She lives with the 3 guys. It's on Fox.
3 girls, a guy in a pizza shop.
Yeah, sort of. Oh. I missed that show.
That was a good show.
Zoe Deschanel making the puppy eyes and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. The show is actually entertaining. New Girl. It's I watch it every now and then. It's not bad.
I never even heard of it.
The funniest episode, I swear, they go to an after party and Prince is there. That's the funniest episode I've ever seen, though, because it's actually Prince.
Nice.
Yeah,
that one aired after the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, that's the one that aired after the Super Bowl. That's probably the funniest episode I've ever seen.
Chappelle Show?
No, it was actually Prince, not Chappelle.
Prince really is. Prince being attached to anything, as brilliant as he is as an artist, him being attached to anything is kind of ends up being like the funniest or best thing that they've done, because the Prince episode of the Chappelle Show was hysterical. You're saying the Prince episode of this New Girl show was hysterical, and the Kevin Smith Prince story is one of my favorite stories that he ever tell.
Yeah, Prince makes everything better.
Mark, stay on the time. All right. So, Was that we got to 5? Because that was a long time.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, we even got to 6 in a roundabout sort of way.
Yeah.
Wow, what was 6?
The drop, the Gandolfini movie.
That was 6. Oh, see, that's why I got
6.
confused because I thought that was 4.
Nope.
All right. See.
Well, usually now you complain about one of the movies until somebody says it's a movie that's not for us.
Oh yeah.
And then we get
We're not
emails.
allowed to say that anymore.
And then we get emails.
And then we get emails.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Well, before we get into our comic booky news, did you guys hear about Bill Murray's approval of a cast for Ghostbusters 3?
And isn't that the cast like we cast?
Sort of. We actually had Maya Rudolph in there at one point.
Did we? Because I thought we said what's her name and
Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Emma Stone, and for the life of me I can't remember the 4th one. But yeah.
No.
No, not Zooey Deschanel. But they asked Kristen Wiig about it, and she's actually like, "I'll do whatever Bill Murray tells me to do." So I actually think it might work with that.
It might
if
work.
we can get those 4.
I just don't care that much.
Yeah, and it gets away from the spirit of Ghostbusters.
Is that a pun?
That was a pun. That was a very good pun, actually.
I just was listening to an interview with Ernie Hudson. He was on the Opie and Jim Norton show.
Yeah, Opie and Norton.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I can't call it Opie and Anthony anymore. Because there's no Anthony anymore.
OJ.
But he was...
Free OJ!
His character was that blue-collar guy stuck in that weird situation. You know, the other guys were scientists who kind of took a...
He was the audience.
Yeah, he was the audience. But the whole concept of it was kind of a lackadaisical blue-collar attitude towards something extreme and unusual and weird. Because the initial idea was just supposed to be Aykroyd and Belushi flying around...
Just time and space.
Space, yeah.
Yeah, they were like Doctor Who.
But they were like space janitors of some sort.
Did you ever see the concept art for that?
No.
No.
It came with the 2-disc DVD set a few years ago. There was like a little storybook that had all concept art, and they had like the Ghostbuster wands in their sleeves, almost like Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, and they had like army helmets on.
Look for that.
Yeah, and they had like army helmets on, and they had like 2 wands that they would do their thing like this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of get behind that.
I'm glad they made the movie the other way.
Yeah, me too. But
They can cast it with the female cast, and it might work, and it might not work. And I'm not sure. You know, I'm all in favor of it working. I'm not going to shit on it just purely for the concept. I'm not going to say
it's women.
Because it's women.
as long as they don't have like a talking car and like a gorilla in it, I remember.
I was so upset at that cartoon. That cartoon was so stupid. Oh my god.
It's on. It's on. I keep catching it. It's on like one of the TV stations out here on like Saturday mornings.
Terrible.
So bad.
Yeah, that was a bad Ghostbusters cartoon.
And the real Ghostbusters cartoon came out.
Well, and the Ghostbuster cartoon with the gorilla was based on the Ghostbusters TV show from the 70s.
Which was still terrible.
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing was terrible.
That's like when, oh my god, that's like the knockoff superheroes where I just saw a Superman one, El Supermano, and it's Superman in a green, like a Mexican colored outfit with a mustache.
And
El Supermano.
Yes.
That's not even trying.
I know it's not even trying, but that's what it was. It was, I think it was the package. It looked like a Mego package, and it was like a real legit sold it in Mexico back in the day thing, and it said El Supermano, and it had an S, but it was green and red, and he had a curly mustache.
fantastic. I need that.
Yeah. I need just because the green and red outfit I don't care about, but once he's the curly mustache, I'm sold.
I'll see if
I'm gonna look for that on eBay tonight.
I'm actually gonna see if I can find
Able
it.
to mow your lawn in a single bound.
Yes.
Damn, we're gonna get calls now.
It's all right. You're Mexican. We're good.
Yeah, sure. Shut up. Dick. All right. Anyway.
Puerto Rican, Mexican. Nobody knows the difference. White people don't know the difference.
I don't even know the difference. So, moving on from less racy territory.
Speaking of bad television, Did you guys happen to catch Z Nation?
Yes. Yes. I wanted to talk about it because I didn't think it was half bad.
You know, it's
It
definitely
wasn't great. It wasn't Walking Dead.
but
I didn't think it was half
it's
bad.
trying.
It's trying. Oh God, is it
I
trying?
think they didn't have much of a budget.
No.
Yeah, it
Before you
definitely
get into
has a
your
lot
Z
less-
Nation, there's the picture. Clicky the chat box to see the picture.
Clicky the chat box.
This,
Oh, I need that. Oh, I need Mexi action DC superheroes. And he comes with a fucking sombrero.
Yes.
I want that. I need that. I need that tomorrow. God, I'm looking for that on eBay.
it looks like a young Cesar Romero.
It really does. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to Z Nation.
Okay. Now, actually, I wanted to ask Will, is
Yes.
Z Nation based on a video game?
No, there's just a lot of video games that sound like that. Like there's the War Z, which got canceled. There's DayZ, which is pretty good. There is another Z type game coming out. So that's a common thread in zombie games now.
Okay.
But, H1Z1 is the new one coming out.
Even the way the episode played out, it felt like the storyline of a video game,
Mm-hmm.
where you kind of have a talking point, and then you get into an action thing, and then there's another talking point, and then it gets you. Just it really laid out like a video game to me,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I was kind of on board with it. I was enjoying it up until the baby.
Yeah, that's kind of where they lost me a little bit with the zombie baby.
Oh, they do the zombie baby like Dawn of the Dead?
No, they
Oh.
did Zombie Baby like nothing you've ever seen before.
Oh, really?
They did Zombie Baby like the way you'd expect Zombie Baby to come off in a video game. That Zombie Baby got up, scurried around the floor, and was attacking you.
And zombie baby wasn't when they first found the baby. It wasn't a zombie baby. It was just a baby.
And
it
then,
was
for no explainable reason, the baby turns and becomes Zombie Baby.
Really?
Fine, healthy baby, healthy baby, healthy baby. They
well,
fend
no, they
off the
did say Tom Everett Scott or whatever his name is did say that the baby wasn't doing so well.
Right.
So you kind of figured, all right, the baby wasn't going to turn. You know, something was going to happen with the baby. The only reason I knew the baby was going to turn.
It was
into
in
a
all
zombie-
commercials.
Well, no, not even because it was in a commercial. Because it said in the plot synopsis on the at the bottom of the TV screen. You know, and I'm like, oh, that baby's going to be a zombie by the end of this episode. But all in all, I didn't think it was awful.
I'll have to check it out, but I don't have the Sci-Fi channel.
Zombie Baby put me off a little bit, and what's his name with the on the radio?
Yeah, DJ Qualls on the radio.
DJ Qualls, his character was a little too hammy for me.
Yeah.
When they got to that point where he's like this. He is the DJ from the Warriors version of a zombie in the zombie.
Yeah, he's Christian Slater in Pump Up the Volume of the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just not as cool.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I really like
possibilities. I think it has a lot of interesting possibilities. They're leaving New York, and they have to get to California.
California.
For the zombie apocalypse.
And what I kind of like is that it's not starting like with Walking Dead where it kind of starts like at the beginning of the apocalypse. This is starting like 3 years in.
Right.
Kind of like Fanboys vs. Zombies?
No,
When
Fanboys
you
vs.
cut ahead?
Zombies. Fanboys vs. Zombies started at the beginning when somebody ate a bag.
Oh, yeah, but then they jump ahead like a year.
Yeah.
I have to get back into that comic.
It's done.
Is it?
Yeah, there's only like 14 issues. I was so disappointed.
I think
And the way they
I'll-
wrap it up blows. I was so pissed because I was
really?
hoping the shit out of this comic when we first started this podcast, and then it was like you didn't even get like a reach around at the end of this.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It totally.
That's
But
kind of the way I worry about this Z Nation thing. That it seems like it has a lot of potential and it could really peter out and be shitty. I was a little they killed off what's his name, Michael from Lost.
Yeah, like immediately, like he was like, I thought was going to be one of the main characters, and then he got eaten by the zombie baby.
Ooh, I can actually watch Z Nation on the Sci-Fi app.
There you go.
Yeah,
so watch Z Nation.
I wonder if Sharknado 2 is on here.
The narrator for Oz, right?
Yes, the guy in the wheelchair, narrator / character in Oz, same guy. And he also flew the ship in the second Matrix movie and the third Matrix movie.
Which don't exist. We won't talk about those ever.
I like Keanu Reeves.
I like the third one.
You shut your face.
The
You
third
shut
one
your
was so
face,
bad.
or I will come through the screen and punch you square in the forehead.
Listen, the third one wasn't totally terrible.
No, I couldn't deal with the third one.
I can't.
The rave, all the pretty people.
I like the mechs. that was
The
basically
mechs
my
were
favorite.
cool.
for me.
Yeah, the mechs were cool, but
I don't know. I liked it when it was in Aliens.
yeah, me too. All right, but yeah. I
And if there were a
kinda-
bunch of people that lived underground for hundreds and hundreds of years, why were they all so tan?
Mole Men?
Mole Man, I see what you did there. You're funny. Cracking jokes. This is serious business.
no, it is not at all. Not at all.
All right, I'm lying. I can't watch Z Nation because apparently it detects that I don't have sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
I'll find a way. I will
Supposedly-
sail the seas of the internet to find.
Supposedly, it's been episode 1 has been pirated a lot. I'm not advocating anybody doing that, but you know, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna follow it for a bit, at least for the next couple weeks until the real zombie show comes back.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Is that what you think? This is what they're trying to do? They're trying to just catch that pre-wave.
Yeah, probably. I mean, and as far as it being a sci-fi show, it's not bad. I mean, we get all the crappy movies, but you know, you get stuff like Haven, which is pretty solid.
Is Defiance still on?
I think Defiance is still on.
Yeah, that's getting ready to come back if it didn't come back already.
Because I know they tried doing the big thing with the tie-in with the game and all that, and that didn't work that well.
No, it really didn't.
The game's now free to play.
Yeah.
So.
But
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people like that show, so I have a feeling it's gonna catch on. I might have to give that a shot. I watched like a half an episode of the very first episode or the second episode, and it seemed cool. I just didn't
too
feel
much
like
other too much other crap to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually with Z Nation, I actually stumbled upon it. I forgot it was on Friday night, and I actually stumbled upon it this morning. So I missed like the first 5 minutes, but yeah, I'll give it a shot and see where it goes. And there's gonna be 13. I think they're doing 13 episodes for the first season.
Okay.
That's nice. Not too dragged out first season.
Yeah. But again, there's another zombie show that does about 13 to 16 episodes this season.
Yeah.
That comes back in a couple weeks, and once, I don't know if I could do 2 zombie shows a week, but hey.
You lose track.
You get confused.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? He's not on this show.
Where's Daryl?
This show needs more Daryl. All right, moving on. Where are we going first? DC or Marvel?
Wherever.
All right. Let's talk DC first because a few weeks ago, I sent somebody a file, and we don't know if this did.
I've been busy.
And since Comic-Con, we were going to talk about it after Comic-Con.
I've been busy. I was visiting my grandparents.
For 3 months.
I've been visiting my grandparents for 3 months.
Mike, did you get to watch it?
I did.
Okay, then you know what? We're going to fucking talk about it.
I watched most of it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
So a few months ago, I did not search this out. It was bestowed upon me.
It was kind of just dropped in our lap.
Yeah.
Similar to Expendables 3 with me, that
Yeah.
I didn't look for it. Somebody gave it to me.
Well, I got my hands on the Flash pilot.
Oh.
So I watched it immediately after putting it in our group Dropbox. And I have high hopes for the show after watching that pilot. I was very pleased and surprised.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm excited for it.
They laid a lot of interesting groundwork. They set it seems like it's got a ton of potential. They set up a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things, especially little things you don't realize at first.
Yeah. And they're doing it in a way that's much more comic booky, I feel, than any other DC thing that's been brought to television.
It's more comic booky than Arrow.
Yes. I mean, Arrow has gotten more comic booky as it's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
Smallville tried to get more, to save the series. They got more comic booky. Birds of Prey never had the chance.
I have the complete series of Birds of Prey on DVD. I had to buy it. It was like $14.
I was real happy with it. They dropped hints of potential characters coming up.
Yep, there's a couple characters. The two main scientist characters, I actually didn't realize who they were until I researched them a little bit. We're not going to spoil anything. I mean, if anybody wants to watch, whatever. But two of the characters that are in there, one might be a superhero, one might be a supervillain at some point.
Right, possibly.
Is one of them Reverse Flash?
Well, he actually just show up in the pilot.
Yes.
This is Dr. Zoom, right?
Well, they haven't said yet, but they do things. I'm going to have to let you watch this at some point.
Or is it just the Flash from the future who goes back and encounters himself?
I don't know.
It's Reverse Flash who fights Dr. Cold, who fights Mr. Freeze, who fights Bizarro.
All I want...
DC's so creative!
There are two words that I want spoken on this show. Cosmic Treadmill. I want that to show up, because I have a feeling it will, and I'm super excited about it.
It might.
But yeah, that's going to be premiering in October.
We still got. Well, it's the middle of September now.
Yeah, CW, surprisingly, I thought they would kind of air Arrow and Flash on the same night, but they're doing Flash on Tuesdays and Arrow on Wednesdays.
Really?
Yeah. Which I guess.
West. Showed up yet?
What time? Do we have a time?
I'm going to look it up right now. But I believe
Because
Arrow. I think they're both at 8 o'clock.
All right. Well, yeah. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has moved to 9 now.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. Well, I looked this up.
Because again, that's that's kind of
October 7th is the first episode of Flash.
Okay.
Which is, looking at my calendar, Tuesday. So yeah, it's gonna be 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Wednesdays is your DC hour.
I think they should. I think they should do them in the same night, but
Yeah.
I think they just don't. I think now with the popularity of Arrow and the upcoming popularity of Flash, I think they want it aired before bedtime for kids.
yeah, I guess.
Because a lot of your older kids that are gonna watch that probably go to bed like 9-ish. Like my kids go to bed.
Well, everybody except me has a DVR, so
True.
all right. When the kids get done with their homework, you can watch Arrow and Flash.
But yeah, we watched it. I watched it a few months ago, and I'm very excited for the show.
Yeah, I as I said, I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched it in bits and pieces, and I'm on board.
Mm-hmm. And they made some interesting casting announcements. They actually just had a new trailer come out for Arrow featuring Brandon Routh.
Yes, I saw that.
There's a lot of shit going on this season on Arrow. Apparently, they cast Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say it.
Yeah, we talked about that. That was, what's his name from the Mummy franchise.
Yeah. Which, there's a bug in my way.
Oh, you're having an attack.
Liam Neeson did say he would reprise his role on Arrow, but I think he cost too much money.
So that means there's going to be 3 Ra's al Ghuls if it shows up in the DC movie universe.
Yep. DC, get your shit together.
Stop confusing people. Just pick the same guy to play them in everything.
Well, they'll need a Ra's al Ghul for each channel that each DC show
Yeah,
is
I
on.
was gonna say, let alone have the same guy.
Ra's al Ghul, a CW Ra's al Ghul, and then a
TNT,
Ra's al Ghul.
because apparently there is a Titans show that is close to being a pilot on TNT featuring Dick Grayson.
Because again, why would you have all your shows on the same network?
Now, the thing that scares me about the proposed Teen Titans show is the head writer on the Teen Titans show is the same man that brought us Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
I'm more concerned about the Batman and Robin half of that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hate Batman Forever.
No, I didn't mind that one. That was probably the last good of the old Batman movies.
Yeah. Wasn't award winning by any stretch of the imagination, but
Now, I mean, to my knowledge, Warner Brothers does not own TNT, correct? That's Turner.
Well, isn't it all Time Warner? It's all the same animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think they would really have a crossover?
I think they'd have the possibility of a crossover. Well, didn't Buffy and Angel crossover back in the 90s? And they were on two different networks.
At one point, they were on two different networks, but they started off on the same network. So I don't know logistically how that works. But yeah, so it's nearing a pilot order on TNT, which means the earliest we'll probably see it would be sometime in 2015. It's just going to be called Titans, presumably.
Yeah, I could definitely see that not having the teen in it. That
Yeah.
makes it feel when you said Teen Titans and you said TNT, I was thinking like Saved by the Bell with superheroes.
I would watch the hell out of that.
I would watch that. Well, actually, Topless Robot that's the article I'm looking at right now. They said they're probably just calling it Titans so they could all be 20-something and get drunk and have sex without being all illegal.
But then they should be on the CW.
It was Teen Titans, and then they changed that to the Titans, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the new cartoon or the new comic is called Titans, I think.
It's going to be the Titans of Melrose Place or something like that.
So, I mean, I'm going to guess they're probably going to focus on maybe the core team, which would be Robin, Cyborg. Well, no, they can't do Cyborg because Cyborg's going to be in the movie.
Starfire.
Cyborg or Robin, Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, and Superboy?
Beast Boy is not really his name.
Well, whatever. Changeling, whatever you want to call it.
The Teen Titans were like the X-Men. There's hundreds of them. You could punch.
Yeah.
You could plug in a lot of different people.
You could put Wonder Girl in there.
Just start making people up.
Maybe that's where Blue Beetle and Booster Gold will show up.
Oh. I would watch that hell out of
They're
it.
not in the Teen Titans.
I know, but maybe they'll show up. Who knows?
They should be, damn it.
Nightcrawler.
But they're back. They should be, and they're back in the DC universe.
Yes, they are.
I'm excited.
Who was saying? Was it Jim Lee or somebody was saying that they feel like there's another crisis coming? Like it's about time in the comics. I have a feeling the New 52 is close to done.
Oh, it absolutely is.
What's that, like 2 years, maybe?
I think so. I have a feeling Superboy is going to punch reality again, like before, and it's just going to shake back to where it was.
They should create a character that's just like an angry computer voice that's just representative of the internet going, I miss the way it was. Why isn't this better? Typing noise.
He just punches monitors.
Yes.
Chick reverses.
Well, that's because they shouldn't fuck shit up like they do.
It's the cosmic keyboard and the anger it has towards the way things are.
I am the mighty interweb.
I don't have anger issues.
Yeah. Just one word sets me off. Michael Bay.
Michael fucking Bay.
Oh, and since we're still on DC, details are starting to come out about a proposed Supergirl show that will be on the CW. We don't know much about it. It'll focus on Kara Zor-El, and that's pretty much about it. So,
yeah, I don't know. I guess I could see they want to do some kind of a chick superhero.
That's what I'm thinking.
And DC doesn't have an awful lot of. Once you get past Wonder Woman,
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Or Power Girl, but I don't think her costume.
Girl. But then that goes into my whole. Why do we need another Batman show?
I think if they do a Power Girl series, it should be on Cinemax.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So.
What about Miss Platinum? Which brings me to a question that I've been asking Chris for years now. When are they going to have the Metal Men movie?
Oh my
that
God!
I'm waiting for so much.
Oh, I don't know. We're never going to see it. We're never going to see a Metal.
I haven't heard anything about that Metal Man movie in forever.
We're never going to see a Metal Men movie.
Not now. They're too. Well, actually, there are 9 unannounced.
We're not going to see a Metal Men movie because there's no Batman or Superman in it.
Listen, and plus DC
All right,
doesn't want to sense of humor.
if they did give us a Metal Men movie, I guarantee that they will put Batman and or Superman in it.
Metal Superman and Metal Batman.
Hey, you know what? In Infinite Crisis, you got Mecha Superman.
There you go.
Hey, Will.
Yes. I'm just saying. But yeah, so you do have 9 unannounced DC movies. Just saying, one of them could be Metal Men, but remember, DC doesn't want a sense of humor.
No, they don't.
They got no jokes, except The Rock said who is now Black Adam and Shazam, that there will be jokes.
It doesn't matter what The Rock.
The Rock said it doesn't matter what DC said.
No, but we actually didn't talk. We actually didn't talk about that because that news kind of came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came in between. Yeah, we missed. They came out like the day after we did the last show that we did. That
The Rock is playing Black Adam.
Yes.
Finally, The Rock.
Which, honestly, I see him Black Adam more than Shazam. But like you were saying, you're surprised when we mentioned it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That he was going to be the villain.
Yeah,
Which he's calling the anti-hero. He's not calling him the villain.
And Black Adam could kind of be written as a misunderstood villain because he was a hero that kind of took it too far.
Yeah.
And, well, you know, honestly, The Rock does play a really good bad guy.
He does. But I also liked the idea of, I think when we talked about this the last time, and The Rock being involved in the Shazam setup, that The Rock as Shazam, Captain Marvel, whatever he's called now, would be interesting because it's Captain Marvel is a child who takes the form of this hero, and if it's his perceived vision of what a hero is, that he'd almost become this over-the-top kind of goofy, kind of comedic hero. So I think it would be an interesting part for The Rock to play. Sam. I don't know. I'm torn. I'd like to see him in both parts.
Yeah.
There was a rumor that he would be both parts.
Which could almost work because it's somebody who says the magic word and they become this hero. And if somebody who was 2,000 years old did it and then became that, Shazam, and that's what Shazam looked like, and then when Billy Batson speaks the words and he becomes Shazam, maybe it's just two different versions of The Rock,
which could work.
And you know what? It's interesting that they announced the villain for the movie before they announced who the hero is.
Yeah.
So
it could be like Rock and Reverse Rock.
It could be. That would be funny. Or John Cena as Shazam. Actually, if you guys...
I would
Stone Cold Steve Austin to play Shazam.
Oh, shit.
That would be awesome.
If you guys follow Text from Superheroes on Tumblr, they put up various conversations on an iPhone through various superheroes and supervillains and whatnot. They have Shazam talking to Black Adam, and he says, "Why are you so mad at Adam? What's your deal?" And Black Adam's, "Well, I was an Egyptian granted great power, but when I was tried to rule all the lands, I was banished for 5,000 years. I've now returned to destroy any who oppose me." And Shazam says, "Ha! That's the exact plot of this movie. I like the Scorpion King." Black Adam says, "I've never seen it, but I'm sure Warner Brothers wants no comparison for legal reasons."
That's funny.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of humorous.
I do like that.
So yeah, so that's where they're going. That must be one of them. So see, there's still a chance for Metal Men, because that's one of the 9 movies.
We're not seeing a Metal Men movie. Although we did get Guardians.
Well, yeah, but that's had jokes.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Guardians, let's move on to Marvel.
No, actually, we do have a little bit more.
Oh, we do?
news. We do.
Go ahead.
We got ourselves a car.
Oh, Batmobile.
Yes, or the Tumblr part.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Batman car.
The Tumblr wings.
Yeah.
Which apparently there was a rumor that it got stolen from the set.
Yeah, there was, and then there was a great photo that they tweeted to Jay that they sent to JJ of a stormtrooper getting arrested for stealing the Batmobile.
That was great. Now, as far as the Batmobile goes, it looks. I don't know. I know you guys aren't huge gamers, but it looks exactly like the Batmobile from Arkham Knight.
I saw a picture of the Batmobile from Arkham, and yeah, it does. I'm still not crazy about it, but
I like it better than the Tumbler.
Yeah,
I hated the Tumbler.
That was a stupid
ass Batmobile.
We did a little bit of Batmobile research on vacation.
We did.
Yes, I have done that same research.
And we thoroughly enjoyed that. I had played that game over down at Seaside, or Point Pleasant, or wherever it was, down the boardwalk. But there's the arcade Batmobile game where you can play as any Batmobile.
Yeah, and when I first
let me tell you straight out that the animated series Batmobile handles like shit when you're drunk.
That's why you never drive the Batmobile.
Don't drive the Batmobile drunk, is what we're saying.
Yes. I saw that game over the phone.
We had a couple drinks, and we did slightly worse than my 7-year-old nephew.
He kicked ass. He kicked ass.
He's driving a Batmobile drunk.
He couldn't quite reach the pedals, but he did better than the 2 drunk idiots.
Yeah, when I played it, I picked the original Tim Burton Batmobile because I always like the look of that one. But yeah, that game, I was so surprised walking down the boardwalk. I look into the arcade and I see a Batman arcade cabinet. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of what we did. We kind of walked in and went, ooh. And then played it.
Drunken driving ensued.
Yeah.
Never drive the Batmobile drunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that game is pretty fun.
Batman would be very upset. Very upset.
Yes, Batman would not be.
He would not approve. No.
It would be. He'd have to start bad. Batman against drunk driving.
Nice.
Oh.
But there was also video of the Batmobile speeding away on set, so it looks good. I mean, I actually like this design a lot. I think.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I kind of dig it. You know, it's still, for me, it's still a little too far away from.
We keep not wanting to talk about it, and every week there's a new fucking picture.
Because they know what they're doing. I hate this.
They know what they're doing as far as promotion.
As far as the movie goes, I don't know if they know what they're doing.
We still don't have an actual. I want the Comic-Con footage just to actually come out, like Comic-Con footage.
It's not gonna.
I know people aren't gonna agree with me on this point, and I know the internet is firmly against this. But what we have with this superhero movie, which is different than any of the other Batman films, any of the other Superman films, is we have a true comic book fan that is involved with this movie.
I agree with that.
And that's Ben Affleck.
Kind of like J.J. Abrams, we have big comic or Star Wars fan in charge of Star Wars.
Yes. I mean, I know Ben Affleck's not in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been happier if Ben Affleck was also directing this movie as well as in it.
Yeah.
Because I think he'd have a vision of Batman as close to what we want Batman to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he'll be solid. I do. It's just the peripherals that just kind of.
There's an awful lot that could go wrong. There's a ton that could go right. There's a ton that could go wrong. You know, and we're still, like we said, we've been hashing this movie over week after week after week, and there are still 104 weeks
before we see
the movie comes out. Episode 300. Getting ready for Batman v Superman, Age of Darkness, whatever the fuck it's called. Dawn of Justice.
Super Justice Friends Forever.
I'm gonna get shirts made. Let's say
What,
Super
that's
Justice
Super
Friends.
Justice Friends Forever?
Yeah.
2 years?
2 years.
2 years. Don't you listen to this show?
I listened to like the first 50 episodes. All right.
Actually, at Six Flags, they have these Super Best Friends Forever maquettes.
Nice.
So I need to get them because they're fucking adorable.
Nice.
All right. So is that all the DC we have?
That is all the DC that I have.
All right. Let's talk about Marvel. But when we start talking about Marvel, I got to talk about Disney Infinity first.
Okay.
Because Disney Infinity 2.0 is coming out in like a week and a half. I already have it pre-ordered because when you pre-order it, they give you an extra figure. So I have that. But they have
What's the extra figure?
Whoever I want. Like, I get a free
okay.
figure. So it comes with Captain America, Black Widow, and Iron Man, I think.
Solid grouping.
And then I'll probably pick up, I don't know, I'll probably pick up one of the Guardians or something. But, or I'll pick up Thor. But they kind of almost unofficially announced a Wave 2 of the figures because Yondu is going to be in Wave 2. And the production art does not look like Michael Rooker, but the figure looks like Michael Rooker.
The stupid little figure that doesn't do anything.
Space Merle.
It's like the best looking Merle figure I've ever seen. It really is. It really looks like Michael Rooker. Just blue.
Yeah,
with a
I'll
mohawk.
find the picture and share it up there. But
Space Mountain.
I love the Disney Infinity games. It actually just came out for free on the Wii U as long as you had the base, and which I did. So, I found it. Space Merle.
It really does look good.
Yep.
I might just pick that up just for the figure. Like, screw the game, don't care, but I might buy the Space Merle figure.
There you go, Mike. It's in the chat so you can look at Space Merle.
I saw, yeah. That is a very strong Michael Rooker resemblance there, and that.
It really is. And now there's also another rumor coming out about. Hold on, I gotta sneeze again. I'm good.
That was attractive, dude.
No, I was like,
your whole face is like.
It really looks like he got like invisible punched.
It really did.
There's a rumor coming about they may not wait for a Disney Infinity 3.0 before they start interjecting Lucas characters in there.
Yeah.
Because there has been pre-productions leaked of Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
I saw those.
I was like, ooh. As far as other Marvel movies go, Robert Downey Jr. has confirmed there is not an Iron Man 4 in the works.
No, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I think they're starting. They got to spit out of that.
I think they kind of told his solo story.
Yeah, he signed on for Avengers 2 and he signed on for Avengers 3. So that's where we're going to see our next Iron Man. Maybe he shows up in Guardians 2?
I'd like to see him show up in a Guardians movie.
Possibly. Captain America 3, also known as the movie that scared Batman vs. Superman. We do not have a subtitle yet, but apparently the subtitle has been in the works for 10 years.
Okay.
Supposed to shake it up the way Winter Soldier shook up the Marvel Universe as far as like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff. My gut is telling me it's going to be Civil War.
That's what I was going to say.
That's where you're going to see maybe...
I like the idea, but I just don't see how they can do Civil War without having all the players.
Well, it's the same way they're going to be doing Infinity Gauntlet and they don't have all the players.
Yeah, I know, but I think with Infinity Gauntlet you can kind of get away with it. With Civil War, the major players are, not all.
Such a big part of Civil War.
Yeah, he was a huge part of Civil War, and he's, even the guy that plays Spider-Man is talking about how awful that Spider-Man movie was.
Well, yeah, but
if you do Civil War and you don't have Spider-Man, you don't have that kind of every man that gets swept up in it kind of feel.
Yeah.
Because out of the Avengers, you have Captain America, you have Iron Man. If you split that, Black Widow and Hawkeye are soldiers. Thor wasn't involved in the
Thor wasn't involved.
Here's my thought on the whole thing, though.
Hulk wasn't involved in the Civil War storyline.
But Age of Ultron is not taking the Age of Ultron storyline from the comics. They're just using the title, Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Right.
and again, I get that, but I just think to do Civil War, I think you have to do Civil War. You have to do it correctly, and I don't know if they can with just the small, without the major players.
And I think Civil War might be too polarizing, because if you try and do Civil War, you almost have to make a villain out of one of the heroes.
Yeah, because Iron Man was the villain of that. Was one of the villains of that story.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the way it was perceived.
It was kind of perceived, but it could have been, or on the flip side of that, Cap was the villain.
Yeah.
So it was.
And I don't want to fight other heroes. There's plenty of villains. You know what I would like to see? I was reading something about it today, and it was a favorite story of mine 25 years ago, crossover-wise, Acts of Vengeance.
I was just going to say.
If they did a series of Acts of Vengeance where Loki fights Iron Man and Hulk has to fight the Red Skull and just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, because you had, it was like that's how, like Mandarin went against Wolverine.
Right.
That, something like that I think could work.
Yeah. Except no Wolverine.
Yeah, no Wolverine. It would be awesome to watch Magneto fight Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's, and this is one of the things we've been saying from the beginning. There's so much awesome stuff that they could do if all the Marvel chips were in one basket.
And I think at some point they're all going to have to be.
Yeah.
I think Disney/Marvel is going to have to do what they can do, even if it's, co-producing, stuff kind of like what they did with Avengers.
That'll probably be the easiest thing. Just listen, we co-produce it. Let us have a little bit of creative control over it because, seriously, fuck this shit.
Yeah. We want to tell this story. We need our characters that you technically have the movie rights to. We need them to tell this story and go from there.
Oh, Mike, you saw Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? Mike?
Was that?
You saw Amazing Spider-Man 2,
I
right?
did, yes.
Okay. Chris, you have not seen it yet.
Nope. Still haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 1, actually.
Right. But I was watching Everything Wrong with Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is fucking hilarious. I didn't realize until I watched that there's a point when he's fighting Electro in the power plant, and Spider-Man says, I hate that song, because he's like bouncing between electrical poles and shit. And I'm like, what the hell song? And watching it again, fucking Electro is bouncing between the poles to the tune of Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Okay.
I was just like, really?
That was very Batman and Robin-y to me.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time I watched it. The movie overall was better than the first Amazing Spider-Man, but...
Now, are you just saying this because Electro tried to kill your brother?
No. My brother was saved. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, Marvel really does need to come to some... I don't care so much if they don't get the X-Men back. The X-Men are kind of doing their thing with Fox. They seem to be going okay now, but they need to get Spider-Man back. And Fantastic Four.
I would like to see it all back.
I would
like to see it all together. I could live with it, I guess, in different directions, but some of those big scoped crossover storylines, it'd be nice if they were all together.
Yeah, and that really is the one thing that DC, in the grand scheme of their movie making universe, has going for them, which is all those properties are under one roof.
Yeah. So in theory, if they can get their shit together.
And I don't want it, and I say this all the time, I don't want it to, I want them to put out a good movie.
Yes, because we all win.
I just don't know if I have the confidence that they will.
It's rough being a fan these days.
I'm happy with the way the X-Men movies are going. I hope the Spider-Man franchise rights itself.
They were talking about the Venom movie the other day.
Yeah, I keep hearing things about that. Possibly.
How are you going to do a Venom movie when you haven't introduced Venom yet?
Yeah, I know. They're looking at dollar signs and they're not looking at.
That's like with the Sinister Six movie.
Yeah.
How do you make a movie out of the villains?
Yeah.
There was an article I read recently about that says Spider-Man has to show up, even if it's just showing that like these villains fighting Spider-Man for a scene or two. He has to show up, or the kids that are watching the movie are gonna have no fucking clue what is going on in this movie. Like,
okay, well, he shows up. He shows up for 15 minutes in the beginning of the movie. They fight Spider-Man, and then you never see him again for the rest of the movie. What do they do for the rest of the movie?
Sit around plotting against Spider-Man. They're just playing poker. That fucking Spider-Man. I don't know.
I don't.
That shaking villain thing of I hate Spider-Man.
Yes.
Which I have to say that was one of the best. The I almost got him episode of the Batman animated series.
Yes.
The best Batman animated series ever.
That's kind of where I was thinking about too, the poker episode.
But I just can't for a half-hour cartoon, yeah, but for a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah, because you know they're gonna milk that shit and tie-ins. You're gonna have Dr. Octopus battle kits. You're gonna see people running around with hair helmets and goggles.
You know,
Vulture.
Dr. Octopus is going to be on a Happy Meal, and it's like,
like, where's Spider-Man? Whatever. So, now, I don't know if you guys talked about this, the episode I wasn't there. Did you see the pictures of Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four reboot?
I saw them. I don't remember if we talked about them or not.
I don't remember talking about it at all.
I mean, yeah, it's a faraway shot, but you can kind of see where they're going with it. He looks like a metal hobo.
Where? Where are they going with it?
He looks like a metal hobo. It's based. You could tell the look is the first appearance of Ultimate Doctor Doom, where he was all raggedy and metal. But I don't like it. I don't like it. And Marvel needs to get Fantastic Four back also before this movie comes out, or this is going to wind up like Roger Corman. Except this one's going to actually get out there in the world.
I know. Well, the Roger Corman one is out there in the world. But
well, I mean, like, legitimately in theaters in the world.
I've seen it. It's not good.
I've seen it also. Big old paper mache hand. Stop it.
Well, this is the possibility of a third shot at the Fantastic Four and a third fail. I think if they fail, maybe if Fox fails again with Fantastic Four, they'll give up on it and Marvel will get it back.
Maybe. See, I didn't mind the original, or I can't even say the original, the first Fantastic Four movie. And the one after Corman, but not the Silver Surfer one.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually did not mind that one.
One better than that one.
See, I hated the Silver Surfer one.
Because the way they did Doctor Doom in the first one, I couldn't stand.
Yeah, that was my one complaint about it, but overall, I didn't mind like the introduction of the heroes and that. I thought that was done very, very well. Yeah, there was some goofy shit in there, but it was okay. But maybe you're right. Maybe 3 strikes and Marvel's like, all right, you had your fun. We need Reed Richards to come visit Bruce Banner and
what kind of shitty contract did they sign? Is it like Spider-Man, where Sony can just be like, we own Spider-Man forever now. Suck it.
Well, that's like Namor. Apparently Namor was like at Universal. It's like,
yeah.
Why? Oh, you know who's talking about coming back? Wesley Snipes is saying there's rumors of him coming back as Blade.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think if he comes back...
Isn't he still in jail for, like, tax evasion?
No, he's out.
No, the Expendables broke him out.
Oh, that's
they took
right.
him off the train, remember?
That's right.
But
Thanks, Sly. Now we're going to get another Blade movie.
No, I don't think we're going to get another Blade movie. I think Blade is going to show up in the Netflix shows.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Because they're saying the Netflix shows because...
And Dolph Lundgren's Punisher, and Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd. And Jason Statham as
Judge Dredd is
in Britain.
I want to see Jason Statham as Bullseye. I think he'd be great.
That might work.
But they're saying the Netflix shows, they can get a little darker with them, so I think you're going to see Blade over there. Honestly, I think the Netflix shows would be the perfect place to introduce Doctor Strange and then push him into the movie.
Yeah.
I know they're going to focus more on street-level grittiness. Like, they were talking about Daredevil. They said it's going to be more dark and blah, 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 blah. But I have a feeling introduce nuggets in the show and then push them out into the movie. Kind of like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All the shit that happened in Winter Soldier reverberated back to S.H.I.E.L.D. Just do the reverse for the Netflix shows.
I so hope that the Daredevil TV show gets lousy with ninjas.
I want ninjas everywhere. He walks into a room, ninjas in the closet. Just ninjas.
I think that was another conversation I had with the Mole's father about the second Wolverine movie.
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. Where he's like, yeah, it was good, but I wasn't a big fan of when all those ninjas showed up. And I'm like, it's a Wolverine solo movie. He kills a ton of ninjas in a Wolverine solo thing.
He's a regular guy who doesn't know that.
That's what I was like. I'm like, in the 80s, Wolverine did nothing but kill ninjas.
Yeah.
He was like 45 in the 80s.
You know, I watched that movie, and there was a point I really had no idea what the fuck was going on.
I've been catching it in bits and pieces on...
I was so confused.
I think it's on Cinemax right now, or it was.
Oh, and speaking of that movie, and superhero jumping overs...
Jumping the shark?
Not jumping the shark, but the chick from that played... I can't remember, Yukio?
Yeah.
Wolverine's sidekick is going to be on Arrow now as Katana.
Yeah, they replaced her. She originally Katana was going to be can't remember her name, but she was in the first Sin City movie. She was one of the girls that she sliced off what's his face's arm. I can't remember her name.
Hey, it's been 10 years since I've seen that movie.
And she was also in the terrible Dead or Alive movie. She played Kasumi in Dead or Alive.
That movie.
Oh, that movie is so bad. Starring Kevin
Did
Nash.
they play beach volleyball?
Yes, they did.
They did? No.
They did.
No, they did.
I swear.
Oh, God.
There is a beach volleyball scene on Zack Island in the fucking.
I don't know. I really don't like that. We don't. This is not the video game show, but I don't understand how that fighting game went from being a fighting game to just a beach volleyball game.
Because boobs. That's why.
I know because of boobs.
but yes.
It's just like, all right, this is a fighting game. It's got a good following. All right, we're going to stop doing fighting games, and this is going to be beach volleyball.
Hey, you know what? They got 3 games out of it.
They did.
But yes, there is a beach volleyball scene in that movie. And that movie is very terrible, but we should watch. You know what else? I know we're diverting a little bit. The Tekken movie? Best cosplay movie in the world? Terrible, terrible movie. But the costumes are fucking spot on. You know who plays the guy who plays Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat plays Heihachi.
Oh, okay.
So there's your star cred right there.
There you go.
But yeah, back to Marvel. Lousy with ninjas. That's what we want to see there.
Lousy with ninjas, exactly.
Yes, that's where we were going.
I want hot and cold running ninjas. That whole TV series.
I want to see what's her face. Wasn't Typhoid Mary? Wasn't she a villain a Daredevil villain? Yeah, I want to see her. I always kind of dug her.
You know what I wanted to be? I don't know if you guys ever read the Tick comic book, the early episodes of the Tick comic book. But remember how ninjas were all over the place there?
Yes.
And the Tick destroyed their thing, and then the ninjas had to go get like regular jobs.
Yes.
So then the ninjas were like flipping burgers, and Tick would come in there and they'd try and fight them.
Oh my God!
I want the Daredevil movie to be.
And the Tick is coming back.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that too. That's still kind of up in the air, it seems like.
But it seems like every day it's getting a little more solid.
Now, we have me and the other fan of the Tick live action show, The Mole. We loved that TV show.
I did too. That was
Oh,
great.
yeah, that was a great show.
Batmanuel.
This soccer mummy is my only weakness.
I have it on Netflix. The Tick show. I love that show.
I have it on DVD.
Nice. All right.
One version of it on DVD.
Nice.
I'm going to go watch it right after we're done with this.
Nice.
Let's go watch it now.
Yes. Fuck this show.
Well, we are gonna be wrapping it up, but you had a new thing, Chris. I said I don't want to.
I was trying to come up with a title for this, and the best I could come up with is Ultimate Acts of Douchebaggery.
Urban legend dismissed. Ninjas don't bounce.
Okay.
Our good friend.
The tick reference.
We're just gonna quote the tick unless we get Mike involved in another conversation.
One of Mike's favorite people in the whole wide world, Mr. Kanye West,
I'm gonna let you finish.
had a concert a night or two ago in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, I think I actually have the article in front of me right now.
And at one point, Mr. Kanye West tells his audience to get up and dance or whatever it is that they do at these rap concerts. And there were two people that didn't get up and dance when he told them to.
God damn it.
Kanye stopped his show and yelled at them.
Jesus.
And
Did he then knock them out of their wheelchairs?
pretty much, because that's what it was. They were two people in wheelchairs, and fucking Kanye West yelled at them because they wouldn't get out of their wheelchairs.
There's a video of it.
There is a video of it. So I am not making this up. This is not rumor. This actually happened.
Just look up on YouTube, Kanye West Sydney wheelchair misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding. And it was like, there was two people, and the first one had like a prosthetic leg, and they held the prosthetic leg up to him, and it was like, okay, you cool.
No,
And then he started singing
quote,
again.
Okay, you fine.
Okay, you fine. Okay, you fine. And then started doing whatever it is that Kanye West does again, and then yelled at the other person.
Oh my God.
Did Australian Parliament decide to give him the boot? Like in that Simpsons episode?
They should have.
They should have. Fucking Kanye. Oh my God. We have sullied the good name of this podcast, man.
I know, but I couldn't resist talking about that because
That is a great story, and what an asshole.
anytime, like, you just, like Kanye West, you just think asshole, and you think, oh, there's no way he can be a bigger asshole than he already is.
Well, he's a musical genius.
He never ceases to amaze me as to what an asshole he really
He's a
is.
musical genius.
Now,
And he should just be, something bad should happen to him for just naming his child North.
Northwest. Fucking that poor. And you know what?
Sterilized. He should be sterilized immediately.
Northwest. Might as well put the middle name motherfucking. North motherfucking
It might
West.
be. It might be, but,
That would be better than just Northwest.
it would be. It kind of
At least it wasn't Southwest. It'd be named after an airline.
true.
Fucking terrible.
That wouldn't let Kim Smith fly.
JetBlue West.
JetBlue.
That's where you were conceived, so that's what we named you.
Fuck. But yeah, that's my ultimate act of douchebaggery story.
I think that needs to be an ongoing segment. We need to find
Yeah.
out.
I kind
do that.
of agree with that.
I got a couple quick little things.
And I'll have to come up with like a little an actual intro that I can plug in.
Yes. Ultimate douchebaggery.
Yeah, something like that.
Achha.
You know what we haven't done in a long time either? Nazis Got Your Mom.
No, we haven't done Nazis Got Your Mom in forever.
We gotta come up with a good Nazis Got Your Mom scenario for next week.
Okay.
I actually had a list of at one time where I had all the corrections, all the mistakes you made in every radio show, but I got rid of it. I just
Thank you for
going
doing.
back to the first episode too, where Mike.
You're not allowed on the show anymore.
Next week's ultimate acts of douchebaggery, morals list of our mistakes.
The list got so big. I had to stop. I filled a computer.
Computer trash. Ran out of memory.
It was a 2 terabyte hard drive, and
We have a little bit of late breaking stuff.
Did Kanye West?
No,
murder
we're going
somebody
to
in the
Marvel
wheelchair?
with this. Apparently, in the commentary for the Winter Soldier DVD.
I had that. I have that article sitting right in front of me, and I didn't bring it up.
Okay, I'm reading it now. I'm like, oh shit.
Because we were going long, I didn't bring it up.
Yeah. Well, this will be quick. I mean, hopefully it'll be brought on later. But during an interview, blah, 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 filmmakers observed there are 2 separate instances where heroes are saved or villains get their comeuppance as a result of a yellow Penske truck. Apparently, in story, those were the same truck and driver. Now, Covington reported, leaving on the commentary as well, the man
This is literally the exact article I was in.
Oh, okay. The man who... Yeah, this is from comicbook.com. Yeah. The man who drives that truck, Joe Deadpans, joking that the driver is a candidate for a future Marvel one-shot, is very highly trained. He thinks on his own terms. He has a plan and a very specific skill set.
So he's Liam Neeson?
People are starting to lean that might be the Punisher. Driving a truck to hit people with.
I would be down with that.
Maybe?
But it better be Thomas Jane.
It better be Thomas Jane. Don't have to be that other guy. I don't like that other guy.
Or Dolph Lundgren.
No, not him, the other guy.
The other guy's already in the Marvel Universe.
Oh.
He's in Thor. He's Volstagg in Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
One day we'll have to sit down. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I didn't start working on the list. But I want to do a list of actors who have played multiple comic book roles.
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I was thinking about
Ryan
Reynolds.
Ben Affleck.
Well,
Chris Evans. Ben Affleck, Chris Evans.
All right, we can do this now, but we're not gonna.
There's a lot. But anyway, we're not going to do that because we're
Go over that for next week.
We'll do that for next week, Mike. You get on that.
I have 2 quick things to bring up.
Okay.
And then we can be done. One, I don't know if you guys have been watching any of At Midnight.
I have been.
Occasionally.
They did 2 hysterical bits this week. One, I'm going to forget the guy's name now. I should have wrote it down. But he was their 5-time At Midnight champion.
Yes.
Ron Funches. Funches. He came on again after he's won when he officially won the 5-time championship. He showed up in a Ric Flair robe with an At Midnight belt.
Nice.
And did a smoke-filled wrestling entrance.
The Nature Boy.
That's awesome.
And did the whole show in the Ric Flair robe.
Nice.
And that had me laughing. And then it was the next episode or 2 episodes later. They had a panel that was Jonathan Hodgman, Greg Proops, and another name I'm not going to remember. The stand-up comedian that does all those, whenever they do those interview shows about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The guy with the curly mustache, and he always wears the fancy old-timey suits.
El Superman.
Yes, exactly. But Hardwick looks at him and he goes, "I feel like I'm on a Hogwarts disciplinary review board." Because they all just had that like odd British look to them, and unusual facial hair, and
that show is good. I like At Midnight. I usually watch it like on Hulu the next day, but it's a really good show.
Yeah. My problem is I'm usually asleep by 11:58.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel that Daily Show has fallen off. I used to watch Daily Show in the morning, and now it's just like watching the regular news. It's not as funny as it used to be. So I'm starting to get away from Daily Show and lean more towards just watching At Midnight in the morning. The other thing I wanted to bring up, and I don't know if any of this happened to you, or if you guys are involved in any of this,
I didn't look at
hacking that went on.
I'm not involved. I have
Pictures of you now?
No. YouTube downloaded their new album onto everybody's iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't checked my iTunes.
Check your iTunes.
You have it.
YouTube put a new album on there for you.
I hear it's really good.
I was listening to it earlier.
That's
You
why
have no choice but
That's
to
why we're
laugh.
listening to it. Mole came over for dinner. He was treated to some new free U2 that U2 broke into my house and put.
You know, if anybody's gonna break into my house, you too could break into my house.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, there are people.
Bono at the Edge, just kind of come and hang out,
You guys?
drink my beer. You know.
there are people that are mighty pissed off. They feel like it's an invasion of their privacy, which really...
Oh, shut up!
It's not so much an invasion of your privacy. It's like, here, have some free music.
Yeah.
Shut up and listen to some good music for once.
It's not like you two came on and deleted shit that they thought was no good.
It's not like you two hacked your phone and got all your nude pictures off of it.
Yes.
You know, oh, I'm sorry. Nicki, I'm sorry, you know, you gotta listen to real music and not like Nicki fucking Minaj or Kanye fucking West.
You're a big Young Money fan, huh, Chris?
Or what was that dude that did the Ninja Turtles song?
Vanilla Ice?
Whiz
No,
in a
not
bucket?
What the hell was that guy?
Whiz in a bucket or something like that?
Oh, Wiz Khalifa.
I still don't know what the hell that is, but okay.
Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, so you two break it into your iPod and giving you shit.
And I'm okay with that.
It's not like they deleted all your old shit and like here now.
I would have been pissed if they would have done that.
They take all of your music out. Now you have the entire YouTube catalog. You're welcome.
There's way too much Wham on here. Here's some YouTube.
Wham. I got scared. I was using Spotify the other day and I had Best of the 80s and Wham came on. I was like, oh! All right. I think that's going to wrap it up though because we're going long.
We are going long.
All right. So, you know where to find us. Ninjaverse. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Ninjaverse.wordpress.com.
There you go. Facebook.com. I usually start with Facebook. That's why. Facebook.com/Ninjaverse. YouTube.com/Ninjaverse. Twitter. Tumblr. All that stuff. Find me on Steam. Half-Ass Ninja on Steam. Also on the Wii U. Because I need people to play Mario Kart with. I think that's
Listen
it.
to Will just begging for friends.
I got a lot of friends, but they all suck at Mario Kart. I need good friends.
Please come play with me.
Shut up. Goodbye. I'm Will.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mike.
Author Chris Jensen sucks.
Jensen, you got something to say about that? Say it
And
next
somebody, please play Mario Kart with Will.
week. Yes. So I can hit you with the Turtle Shell of Doom.
I'll play it, but I only have it for Nintendo 64. Will that work?
No.
Damn.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.